this election season has been quite contentious. And it looks like it will be called for Trump, along with having the Senate go to the Republicans. I'm not sure if the House of Representatives will go to the Republicans, but it's about to be a mess. I mean, the Republicans tried to downplay the impacts of Project 2025, but the fact that when Trump gets in office, he can retire two old conservatives and put two new conservatives and then run the gambit in putting in other judges in place that are conservative. I just think that it's about to get really Christo fascist, even more so in this country than it already is. And I have a feeling that women are feeling this all up and down America. I'm I'm scrolling Reddit and I'm already seeing these stories. Like this one. This woman says, told my husband I wouldn't have children in the USA and gave him the ultimatum that we would either move or divorce or be child free. How do I explain why I'm being like this? She says, I'm a dual citizen in the United States. My husband is American, and we have been talking about having children. But the unrest from the election has really changed my mind about having children here ever, no matter the outcome. This is not a financial issue either. I'm decently well off from my work. I am an engineer. The issue is this country literally terrifies me right now. It's not the country I moved to in college. It's horrifying. And every day I talk to anyone or walk down the street and see someone talking about their political affiliation here, it makes me seize up. I feel like I'm my great grandma watching Schnittler come into power. She described the realization to me once, and man, it feels eerie. And honestly, it doesn't matter who wins, is that we're surrounded by people whose views disturb me at this point. We're in red. I've already been looking at houses in Canada. I've been telling my husband for a while, 3 years, that I don't think I want to live here anymore. But tonight I put my foot down and told him I don't want to have children here ever. It is honestly a deciding factor. I don't want to raise children here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be pregnant here. He just kept saying, why are you being like this? But I don't know how to explain it better. And y'all already know because I've been saying it. I'm on team let the birth rate plummet to hell, and I'm even more so right now because we are already seeing the birth rate plummet, but also we're seeing the maternal mortality increase. We're seeing babies die early on within the first year of being born. We're seeing what's going on with these strict bans in these forced birther states, and it's not a good situation. Why would any woman knowingly have a baby in this country right now? Some of the comments. The female of the species says, because it's not safe to be a child, with school pew pewings, because it's not safe to be a girl or a woman, because the gun laws are insane and make your family less safe, because races are being encouraged, because healthcare is, how do you even describe how bad of a mess healthcare is, etc. And the Republicans have already said that they are going to roll back ACA and try to decimate Medicaid. So people are in for a treat, especially the people that voted for this. It's going to be very interesting watching the aftermath of what these people voted for. The OP says the school pew pewings are something else I have brought up. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know why he even wants to stay. It feels like he's clinging to a sinking ship. I want to be understanding and explain it better, but I don't know how to. Ferret Lover says, does he understand why you don't want to be pregnant in this country? If he doesn't get that, then he doesn't get you either, and probably doesn't care since he doesn't get the issue. 10,000 Nail says, the rate at which women die from totally preventable issues blows my mind. One of the richest nations in the world, and yet we let women die like it's a third world. Why would you risk your wife or unborn baby? Where is his paternal instinct? It's because, as far as I can tell, the narrative around women and their health care is either so mysterious or just not a big deal. We're headed for the Handmaid's Tale at a free fall speed. Glad Reporter says, if I were in your position, I wouldn't want to be pregnant or have children in the US either. It's terrifying. Another post I came up on. This was posted in the Black Girl subreddit. She says, I'm scared to be a Black woman during Trump's presidency. Am I overreacting? She says, I feel like people are going to be even more racist and hostile towards me and feel empowered to do so because of Trump. Trump Trump has definitely unleashed a lot. People feel compelled or emboldened to speak to us all crazy like it's been wild to see, and I think that, like she said, it's only going to get worse. Board host says people are saying you're overreacting, must have forgotten that segregation only ended 60 years ago. Those people are still around, alive and angry, and they've imported more that share the same hatred of us as they do. I think you have some right to worry a bit this time. Try your best to relax and keep calm. Poetic Aphrodite says, Girl, me too. I'm in a big city with a lot of Jays, Latinos, and racist white people who support Trump. And recently just stepped away. Oh, she recently just stepped away from Islam, but I wear my hijab sometimes. I'm worn down. I'm sorry, it says I'm worried down. Boomers being fool says, Are we a country of idiots? I really can't believe Trump is up so big, doing better than 2016 and 2020. I fully believe it's time for a female, smart, successful president. Is it sexism that prevents this? Is it idiocy? Please help me understand. I I have no clue because this man is literally telling us that he's going to impose tariffs. His economic plan is like wishy washy. He's saying he's going to deport like millions of people. I'm not sure how he's going to do that when most of these migrants are the ones that do the agricultural work that Americans don't want to do. What's going on with women and women's health care and women's reproductive rights is all in flux. So I'm definitely like confused about the women voting for him. It's just wild all around. I do not understand this. This man is a felon. He is a convicted he's a convicted felon and an admitted rapist. And it's just mind boggling. It's just mind boggling. Far Ilk says, well, the rest of the world already thinks we are. This election may prove it. It So we can see that Trump, well, it's 12:30 a.m. in on the West Coast right now. So this is where we are. Trump is about to pull this out, but he's already won the Senate. I mean, Republicans have already run the Senate, and they could very well win the House. So whatever the Republicans want to do, if they do want to push through Project 2025, decimate the Department of Education, roll back the ACA, all of that, put on tariffs, continue to roll back women's reproductive rights, decimate any and everything, continue to roll back any kind of civil rights or women's rights that we won. They can do it now. They can run the table. Um, it's going to be interesting to see. But the thing is, whatever they accomplish, this will all be on the Republicans. They will be able to, take credit or blame for everything that they push through because there will be hardly any resistance. There won't be any resistance. So if people voted for this, if your Medicaid gets stripped away, if you have pre-existing conditions and can't get insurance, if you live in a red state and you can't get a doctor because your doctors have run away, if your kids are in classrooms with 40 other kids because they've decimated the Department of Education, this is what you voted for. So we'll see how this works out. Y'all go ahead and weigh in. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.